Welcome to the ITFreeTraining video on the IP6 transition technology, Teredo. Teredo is a technology that allows IP4 clients to access IP6 networks. Teredo is named after a worm that is often found on wooden ships, which tunnels holes through the wood. As Teredo is a tunneling protocol, the concept is that the Teredo protocol tunnels through the Internet, as the worm does to wood. Teredo allows IP4 clients to access IP6 clients. To do this, it uses IP4 UDP tunnels. The advantage of Teredo over other transition technologies is that it can travel through NAT, or Network Address Translation. While transition technologies like 6-to-4 require a public IP4 address for each client, multiple Teredo clients can use the same IP4 public address. Next, I will look at what components are required in order to make Teredo work. First, imagine you have a computer on an IP4 network. This computer wants to contact a computer on an IP6 network. There is no common protocol between the two networks. This is made more difficult in that the IP4 computer is connected to a home router and uses NAT to access the Internet. The next stage is for the client to contact a Teredo server. This Teredo server does not need to be on the IP6 network, as the Teredo server would direct the client to a Teredo Relay. The client will make a tunnel to the Teredo Relay, which will then transfer the data to the IP6 client. For the administrator, they will just need to ensure that Teredo is enabled and is able to contact a Teredo server. I will now have a closer look at the address that Teredo uses. All Teredo addresses start with 2001:0000. Since this is a registerable address, this is routable on the IP6 network. A Teredo address contains information. This information includes the IP4 server, flags, UDP port, and client IP4. When looking at this address and the UDP port contained in the address, it is important to remember these are obfuscated. Obfuscating is the process of changing an address or port to make it difficult for humans to read while not affecting the operation when used with computers and devices. In this case, the obfuscation process reverses the ones and zeros in the address. That is, ones become zeros and zeros become 1. This process is simple for a computer to reverse, but not easy for humans. Thus, it provides some basic security. This covers the basics of how Teredo works. In the next video, I will look at how to configure Teredo. Until that video, I would like to thank you for watching.